What I'm going to do now is show you how a Bitcoin transaction works before showing you how to buy some. Now, most transactions work in a similar way, whether you're buying, receiving, and so on. So let's jump into showing you how it all works now, so you understand the process. So the basic point that you must first understand is that Bitcoins are sent from and to Bitcoin wallets. Every single transaction is actually stored on the blockchain and can be tracked right back if need be. However, your Bitcoin wallet is not directly linked to your personal details for others to see. Remember, Bitcoins don't actually exist, only records of transactions. Now, you may see a wallet with many Bitcoins in, but there's nothing physical or actual digital in there. The only thing to prove that you own those Bitcoins in that wallet is the record of transactions between addresses. So you may now be thinking after that what an actual transaction looks like. Let me explain. So here is an example of a very basic transaction. It only requires 3 pieces of information. So if person A wants to send person B some Bitcoins, the transaction will look like this. The first thing you'll have is the input address. This is the address person A got Bitcoins from. In order to send Bitcoins to person B, person A will need to specify an amount. Then person A will need to enter person B's Bitcoin address, also called an output, and then hit send. Simple as that. Bitcoins will then be sent over to person B from person A's wallet. All that's needed to actually send Bitcoins is a Bitcoin address and private key, and of course some Bitcoins. That's all. A Bitcoin address is often referred to as the public key. It's the address you give to get Bitcoins. The private key is for you to keep private and is generally used to log into your Bitcoin wallet. Now, just so you're aware, once person A clicks send, it takes about 10 minutes for the transaction to process. The reason for this waiting period is because the miners have to actually verify the transaction, but more often than not, it is done quicker than that 10-minute time. By the way, occasionally there are transaction fees added on, but these are absolutely minuscule. And if you ever want a receipt for your purchase, be aware that Bitcoin wasn't actually meant for receipts. However, certain payment processors are working on and have got ways in terms of their advanced features to provide receipts. And also remember, one Bitcoin, as we mentioned earlier, can be broken down into smaller parts. So that's everything for this lecture on how Bitcoin transactions work. It's very simple. In the next few lectures, you'll gain an even further insight into this part of Bitcoin.